Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Thursday, the 6th of November. No crazy storms today, but plenty of rain. And I mean, it hasn't stopped all night long. Not heavy, just this ever so miserable rain. There was a huge crash on I-5, like one of the first exits we pass on the way south to work. But just a couple hours ago, it was a big truck and cars and everything else, and it looks like it's cleared up. But it just, people, I tell you, drive twice as bad when the weather's nasty. Coming home last night was crazy. It's just like, what is wrong with you people? You just can't get it. It's like they're all trying to outrun something. Like the world's coming to an end and I need to get home now. Or whatever, I don't know. But at any rate, we take our time. Keep your head on a 360 swivel and watch out for you more than anything else, because the idiots will just run you over. So anyway, on that pleasant note, welcome to the day. Let's head to work. Sorry. 54 degrees, mostly cloudy. Absolutely typhooned all the way to work, except for just before the switch over from I-5 to 205.
Yeah.
And it was just
everything's wet, but it's not raining.
Yeah. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
The sun was out. We actually had to have the sunshades down.
Yeah, it peaked up for a little
Flop
bit.
those things down. I said, well, didn't expect to have to do that today. But Mama,
Yes, I have.
we made it to Thursday. How about that? Yep. 2 more.
Yep.
Back to a weekend. And it looks like it's not supposed to be nice, but it's supposed to not be raining over the weekend.
Yeah, so that'd
Maybe
be
we
nice.
get that little
We got some things to do.
Will you?
You know, projects out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
She's thinking her craft stuff. I'm thinking of getting that XR all dialed
You're thinking in the
in.
garage. I'm thinking craftsy stuff.
Yep.
And I gotta change the holiday theme.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. I see people got Christmas lights and stuff on going home at night too.
Yeah. After Halloween, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Make
Right.
it feel good.
Let's go on in there and earn our keep, Mama.
Alrighty, hub.
All right. Have yourself a wonderful Thursday.
You too.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
So I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday, but there's these two that we have so far, both of these Spyders. We've got a deal for a new battery bracket. This is the bracket that goes across the top of the battery, and it has the hooks, the oh so fun hooks to find the hole in the frame to get those to go in. Those things will fight you like nothing. But they said it doesn't fit the Yuasa battery. I'm going, well, they've always had the Yuasa battery. So I'm assuming they were looking at putting a different battery in there. I'm not sure. But the positive and negative post of the battery has a divot in the Yuasa. I don't have one handy here to show you. But this is now wider and will not fit in between those. Do I have one sitting out here somewhere? I know I had an old Yuasa I was using as a jumper, but it was so old it finally went. Well, this is not a Yuasa. This might do the same thing. Yeah, actually, it actually fits this one. But the Yuasa is a little skinnier in here, and this is too wide. It won't fit in between there. Is that a Yuasa there? Oh, yeah, look at that. There we are. Won't fit. See, it needs to fall on the inside of these two things here, and it will not go. That's very strange. Well, when you put an aftermarket battery in there, that would cause a different problem, because a lot of those are flat across the top. They're a different setup. Well, there's no explanation. I can only assume they're going to put something other than a Yuasa battery in here, and then decided not to ship any of them with batteries, and that we're to buy or pull from stock, and you just charge the battery to the PDI, and they reimburse you for the battery because it's part of the bike, but it's not being sent with the bike. it's a strategy trying to keep the batteries nice and fresh in these things. Ideally, I don't know, you'd have to work on your whole shop would have to be on a split level place, but we got hills all over the place around here, so a non-running Spyder could be a problem. But I don't know if their idea is to set up and PDI the thing and put it on the floor without a battery and put the battery in when you sell it, or what we've seen people do, their showrooms are so small that they have the batteries sitting in boxes, in a storage area somewhere. Well, the batteries are sitting in there, so this way they're always getting a fresh battery. So anyway, that's weird. And I thought, that's crazy. It's got a Yuasa battery in there. So I pulled the door, everything off, and I discovered that it's about 5 millimeters or so too wide right here, and that we have to order the correct bracket for the battery, for the Yuasa battery. They give us a Yuasa part number and another bracket part number. So this one, it's literally not being held in there. If you go out and do wheelies and go over the moguls or something, you're liable to have a very powerful battery bouncing around inside of a steel frame, which will not be good. The other interesting thing is they shipped it without the strap in it, the hold down strap. It's not attached. Well, the very least, you're gonna have to unbolt the lower tub mounts with all this plastic on these newer ones. I don't know if you can get away with that, but it's the hole for the battery is so close to the hook on this thing that it makes it so that it can't fall out. You put it in the middle here, it can't fall down and it can't come up. So you have to loosen this trunk and kind of bow her out a little bit and let her slide and grab the hook on the bottom. That used to not come with the trunks on them. We had to put the trunks on. They had the saddlebags on, but no trunk. But so that's going to have to be installed. Putting this things on is no big deal. You may cuss at it a little bit because no matter what, they're tricky to get on. And it makes you really nervous because you swear that it's not gonna, that you're not gonna get them in those holes in the frame where the little up hooks click to. But I gave this thing a little bit of a wipe down to get the junk off of it. She is a beauty. Here, let me see if a wide angle lens makes this look any better. Although, for some reason, I can't get the best white balance using a different lens. This is my iPhone 17 Pro. Let's try this. So I lock the white balance down, and it's still, there's a color shift between the lenses. That's why I never leave it in auto mode where it can just auto shift. If you go up to close to something, it'll go into all the way down to macro mode. But you see the shifts, and I see a slight white balance change in it. But this is kind of like looking through a GoPro, basically. Nice wide opening there. But that mineral blue, she's awfully pretty. I gave her a wipe down. I didn't do the back. This unit must have been at the back of the truck. There's just too much there to wipe. And the problem is there's a mixture of matte finish and that piano black. This thing needs to be washed. There's no way I can wipe that thing off comfortably that I'm not going to scratch all that piano black in this whole piece and the inlays here. I'm not touching it. It needs to be hit with a hose and properly washed off. Not a dadgum pressure washer. People do more damage to motorcycles with pressure washers, and I see them all the time doing it. Videos of guys blasting them. But the guys you see doing stuff like that are usually the guys that, they pawn the bike off every year. It's going to be somebody else's electrical nightmare blasting those things with a pressure washer. It's not good. Not good at all. You have to have a love-hate relationship with your motorcycle to do that kind of damage to one. People go, oh, well, I don't hit any of the electrical parts. You don't know what you're hitting. You don't know what is sneaking in, when and where. It's bad for the paint. If you got a rock chip somewhere, it'll cut something loose. It's just never a good idea to put a pressure washer on a motorcycle. Dirt bikes is great for getting the mud off, but you're taking them apart, all the time, taking the whole suspension stuff out, re-lubing them. Look at the service schedule for your dirt bike. You're taking head bearings, swing arm bearings, progressive linkage bearings. All those things need to be cleaned and lubed regularly. And they don't come from the factory very well lubed, so you pretty much need to do it right out of the box, for the race bikes and stuff. But yeah, that's one of the big things, at the Longview store. It was predominantly dirt and a whole lot of suspension rebuilds, because people, they go riding with them, stop at the quarter car wash, bike sitting on a trailer, or it's in the back of their truck. They just jump in with the wand in the back of their truck and just blast everything with a pressure washer. And they come in, my shock's bad. No, your shock's not bad. Your progressive linkage is all seized up. And man, all those needle bearings and those collars, those precision-made collars, and all those pieces inside there, plus the time, the special tools that it takes to drive the races for those needle bearings in and out, it'll cost you. It'll cost you big, unless you have a lot of special tools and just money to spend on parts that you needlessly don't need to replace. But she's beautiful. Going to the black one here. So I spent a little time investigating what the deal was with that battery bracket. It's literally, it's attached to the VIN inquiry, and I'm going, it says it just doesn't fit the Yuasa batteries. And I'm got that thing in my hand and going, the heck it don't. It's very, very minor, the difference in them. But anyway, been drizzling all day. We got some pretty good rain coming to work, but it wasn't as bad as yesterday. Some crazy wind gusts on the way here that I wasn't expecting that. Oh, that truck that went off the freeway. Whoa, did that thing create a mess? But it looks like nobody was hurt at all. It just the truck got mangled pretty good, and I'm telling you, it looks like a 1/16 of a mile of guard railing with those great big railroad tie stump things they use to hold them. It's amazing the power of a semi-truck. It went through that thing like somebody stepped on a box of toothpicks. Just pieces of wood and mangled metal everywhere. And of course, all the fiberglass at the front of those trucks are made out of now is literally gone. But you can see the cab, everything was all in good shape. So nobody got hurt. I don't know if, some of those boards went out and somebody might have got some. Apparently there was no injury. So by the looks of it, the guy had a medical condition, or he was, trying to put in too many hours or something. But I think that's closely regulated nowadays. Well, I can sit here and stare at this beauty all day long. But we're moving on. You get those yearly. I keep meaning to bring this up almost every day and end up forgetting about it, or yammering on about something else. But the pictures that come in, on this day years ago, I drive by this one, when I go through the neighborhood, and then I come to a stop and go across 63rd, and there's like a van and some trucks and stuff to the right that I can't see around. I have a hard time seeing there. Well, just past that, it's like the second house on the right. Maybe it's even the first house on the right. 5 years ago, to show you how the storms hadn't kicked in 5 years ago in 2020. And I've mentioned taking a picture there before and how beautiful it was. But it's a cherry blossom tree. I was on a black, I want to say it was like a 14 or or 15 Spyder RT Limited. I pulled over and I actually used that for the screenshot for the day. I'm gonna pop that thing up for you here, right here. Man, that was a beautiful shot. I come across it because every year I get those things. So this is the 5th year in a row I've gotten that, and I just like never bring the thing back up. But anyway, I'm gonna go return some stuff I borrowed from upstairs, and lovely gal. Same thing with that battery strap. That's the darndest thing. These are both ready. Just nobody wants to take them up in the rain. Of course, the cherry, I think that's what Harley calls it, the cherry colored one, the rain might even help it. It needs to just go out and just get a good thorough bath. Man, does she run better with that air filter clean. Holy moly. But this is what it's been all day, just dark and nasty. Right. Yeah. Although the skies look like they're brightening up towards the south there, and the rain, actually it looks like it's not even, it's just barely a sprinkle now. It's like the first time it stopped since shortly after we got to work. Look at that, where that water just pools up on that drum. Anyway, head upstairs. Well, hello there, YouTube. Yesterday was supposed to be the storm, but I think the wind and the rain was worse coming home tonight.
Yeah, it was bad.
It absolutely poured, just white out the whole way. And I need windshield wipers, and it's gonna be too wet. We don't have the air conditioner to dehumidify the thing, so we stopped at Walmart's or whatever and stood in the pouring rain and put new windshield wipers on. The car would fog up.
All these things.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I appreciate you guys once again listening to me ramble on a very wet day, hanging out with the Spyders. That was nice.
Yes.
And I was going to record leaving, but it was raining so hard that the phone had just got the lenses wet and you wouldn't have seen anything. So, and it never stopped. It's still raining.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're gonna roll.
All righty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same Smoak time, same Smoak channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Friday or Saturday.
Thank you. All right.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See you then. Thanks now. Bye-bye.